Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sangean model number H205, and I'm going to perform an evening medium wave band scan. We'll go over features of the radio, do a little size comparison, then cruise the evening band. So let's look at the radio. It's fairly big, as you can see I'm zoomed way out. I might zoom in when we start scanning, but I had to do this so you could see the size of this radio. It is like a brick. It's almost 3 inches thick here. If you look on the left hand side, you'll notice a gasket that runs all the way around. It keeps it watertight. Gotta love that. Being a shower radio, it needs to be. On the front, let's see if I get this to the camera here. We got Sangean. We got our LCD display. It's got kind of a simple amber light to it. It's not super bright. If I angle this right, you can see that the LCD is easier to read at a downward angle. When you move it this way, it tends to fade away. There you are. Notice the AM PM clock, and you even have seconds here. For buttons, we have 5 preset keys. You see 1 through 5, and some have alternate options. Number 3 has a step function. Number 5 has clock set function. We have volume control, simple. In the middle, we change our bands with the band button. Also acts as a nap timer button. Tuning up and down and seeking up and down. Over here we have weather alert button. That's really nice having weather alert for this radio. It is a public alert radio. And over here we have a sleep function on our power button. We have a nice, I think it's a 3-inch speaker, water resistance, which is good. You can see that O-ring carried over to the side. On this corner, I think this is our DC input of 3 volts. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to get that into focus. There we go. On the back, you got a spot where you can hook it up. And also on top, you have spots for a strap. If you notice, it doesn't have an FM antenna. It's inside the battery compartment that you can string out. It's a simple wire antenna that's about 3 foot long. Here you can get our frequency information. Covers all those. It is switchable on AM from 9K to 10K. There's our weather channels and our FM band. Also the FM band. If you guys haven't watched the review video, be sure to check it out in the iCard section up here. I go over that, the FM band. There's 4 bands there, which is amazing. And you can change the stepping on FM from 50 kilohertz to 100 kilohertz. There's our input. It takes 2D batteries. I would open this up, but that FM and wire will come out. But there's 2D cells, and they're faced down this direction vertically with the positives pointing to the bottom of the radio. And then there's a gasket box here so the battery compartment stays sealed against water intrusion. So there we are. Let's do a size comparison. As you can tell, this is going to be fun. We have CC pocket. What? Can you imagine walking around with this like, my new pocket radio, dudes? You know what's funny? I laugh. This is like the size of some of those GE portable radios. You know what I'm talking about? Age of Giants. This is funny. I love it. I mean, it's a good radio too, but I'm having fun. Next is CC Skywave. Yeah, I'm not even going to try picking it up to show you. You guys get the idea. And then for a deck of cards, Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Sangeans from China land. Yes, he does. Okay, we're ready to start cruising the band. Like I said, I might lower this down a little bit. I think I'm going to do that right now. I'll make sure we can see the display still. So time, we're at 10:32 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. Direction, people want to know that. West, CC pocket there. West is the direction of the camera. That's west. That's south. So now you know that's north and this is east. So when I point the radio, that's the direction I'm pointing it at. And if this were the United States of America and Chicago was here, that's where I'm at. There's Florida, there's New York, there's California. That's how it's laid out. And of course, Canada up here. So, but that would actually be like that, right? Yeah. North, Canada. You get the idea. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on. Let's have some fun. So I'm starting at the bottom of the band, already getting music. This is awesome. CHLO 530, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. Awesome. Okay.
I know. How's your mom doing? Hanging in there. Hanging in there, yeah. It's, I don't know if she's going to quite like that segue, but, okay.
540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts. Might hear some lightning. We've had storms the last week, so I still want to do some tuning. Okay, voice here is KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Let's tune it up.
With the COVID, it's just the way our system has developed. That now it's more profitable for a man to stand on the corner and smoke cigarettes than it is for him to get out and work and provide.
So this concept that under the current circumstances...
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois.
How dangerous is that, General?
Oh, my gosh. Well, I mean, what are we going to have in the...
Of this president that we have now, I can't imagine and get them to think like him, which I think is a lot of nationwide
service for the country. That's true. That's fortunately the case.
So you can hear two stations.
I certainly don't agree with such people, but
So facing west-east, we're hearing a voice talk. And then going on north-south, I heard some music. So if I can figure out what those are, I'll put them here. Because I think I have Traverse City, Michigan, WTCM, but I think this might be something else here. We'll hear those storms rolling in. Come on.
Wait 2 or 3 days from now. That doesn't make sense, right? I ate something 2 or 3 days in advance that made me sick today.
610. This is probably Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles away. This is KCSP. 5,000 watts in the evening.
Unless otherwise discovered.
So Ohio's that way.
Not run one way, but
Or
ran
that way.
several ways, and measurements made the particle physics. All that could echo back in time.
And you're interested in a device I adore called a Chromebook.
Yes, I finally decided.
620 WTMJ on 620 Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles away. Well, country music there, barely making it out. CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Hispanic station WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts.
In the best music Nashville has to offer, Robert's Western World on Lower Broadway, Nashville's undisputed home of traditional country music.
Yeah, very stormy out here. We are at WSM 650 Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. It's picking that up. Not spectacular, but it's there. Just a bad night, I think.
Or go to our website, and your junk will magically disappear as our truck drives past your home. Well, almost. We'll be in and out before you can blink. And our gloves professionals.
Local station 670 The Score, WCR, Chicago.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com. Stay home.
Very directional here. CFTR. This nulls very well. 680 is Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
towards the zebra room, could not see anything. Still nothing unusual. Walter goes the back way, gets on stage. And
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Here, here, and here.
So you didn't think, no one thought at that point that this was a major...
The next chapter in your story for you guys to be millionaires and outrageously generous along the way, okay? Steve and Leanne, Columbus, Ohio, $290,000.
WOR 710, New York, New York, 750 miles. That's really nice. Receiving this between two strong stations, 700 and then 720. 720 being the strongest station near me. WGN.
I was able to do the testing and actually do the swabbing and just really be there for patients.
So 720 WGN, Chicago, Illinois.
Even though graduation season hasn't exactly gone as planned. Oh.
Music there on Zoomer Radio, CFZM on 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, coming in nice, like that.
Clark Howard Show. Hello, Shane.
Hi, Clark. Thank you for having me.
Certainly, Shane. You have had some adventures with credit that you're trying.
WSB Atlanta, Georgia, coming in sweet, 750. This is 630 miles.
Had a repossessed car, racked up a lot of credit card debt.
On a hopeless mission, dying in flames after destroying my Nazi target.
760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
Slim pickings in life drove me here, right to radio, like a bull in a pen.
Today, playing the way that his contemporaries thought of him, but Huey Long, who at that point was in the
What would make this radio awesome is if it had 1 kilohertz tuning, because it can get away from some of the noise on some of these adjacent stations. This is 770 WABC, New York, New York. That's a tough one to get because it's between 760 Detroit and 780 Chicago. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm picking it up though.
The amount of wealth that any family could have to something like $5 million.
So I'll say it again. WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles.
The rest of the population.
Every man a king was the motto.
Every man a king, and this is, as you can imagine, a very popular idea.
Chain is facing a number of challenges, from shuttered dining rooms, higher food costs, and added expenses for doing business during the pandemic. Melman says they're spending more money for PPE,
780 WBBM Chicago,
and additional carryout and delivery costs. Rob Hart, News Radio 105.9 FM.
A multi-state manhunt is underway for a 23-year-old murder suspect.
We had an idea we were talking about.
Wow, 2 different stations.
Big ideas, big dreams. Here, talk with
That is really true. Numbers don't lie. Thanks for tuning in all
I don't think I got any call letters off there. I wanted to. Okay, we'll keep tuning. Okay, that's barely coming in. CKLW 800 Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. Just have a feeling it's the same with the other radios too. I'm just gonna turn on the Skywave here and just double check. Yeah, it's pretty similar reception. Okay.
They just go right into the ship. Well, I was just finishing taking care of some patients.
WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
Having a cigarette. I smoke 2 packs a day then. I don't smoke anymore. It must...
love for dogs wouldn't be needed for something that's short hair. That is not true. As you'll know that they need their skin taken care of as well. So going to a service like that or having a service like that.
I love the lightning strikes. That's awesome. WBAP 820, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles.
Before they become a problem, you don't want them to have.
Has allowed 2 runs in each of the games. He beats the Padres 3-2 and 4-2 in 1984. Beat the Braves here 5-2 in the first game of this series. And he delivers to Hunter. Swung on, hit off the end of the bat, flying to center. Puckett is there waiting for
WCCO 830, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles. They're rebroadcasting old ball games, which is neat.
The Braves nothing, the Twins nothing.
Well, it's a scoreless game. Smoltz and Morris dueling right to the hilt. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And here's her.
First pitch low outside, ball 1.
Like a sin art that is ruling us from behind the scenes. And that's something that I've always thought about.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles. Ground Zero's on right now, and then after this comes Coast to Coast.
And you know that they were channeling the Brill, which are these interdimensional.
Key word, if you listen, I think you'll get it. The entire population, excluding the simian companion and its associates, obfuscates at least one item. Everybody's got something to hide.
KOA 850, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles, coming in pretty clear.
It's always one of my favorite songs anyway. So we'll end there on a victory. But 1 out of 3 is not bad. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun. Tweet those out. I think that'd be fun to send that around. Don is in Kent, Ohio on Coast to Coast. Don?
Brother Eon, happy Sabbath.
Qui était la patente, qui voulait qu'on fasse ça. Puis moi, mon personnage, c'était la petite femme naïve, charmante. Moi, c'était ça surtout qui m'intéressait. Qu'elle se met tout nu.
860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Rétroactivement, Monique Mercure était la plus réservée quand elle a eu à commenter ce film, alors que
just picking up a hint at 870 here, WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Forming, low dipping down to around 60. Then tomorrow it'll be mostly cloudy with areas of fog to start, then becoming partly sunny, a warmer afternoon with a high of 77. Partly cloudy tomorrow evening, then mostly cloudy with areas of fog again. Late tomorrow night, low down to 60. Mainly cloudy with areas of fog early Wednesday, then partly sunny and pleasant, high again 77. Fairly cloudy on Thursday with a couple of showers around, high 76. On Friday, it'll be very cloudy.
Here's 880 WCBS, New York, New York.
Right now, 62 degrees, partly cloudy skies. WCBS News Time, it's 11:49. Death benefits are on the way for families of New York.
Local businesses to adapt to the new normal. Podium even assists in accepting safe, no-contact payments.
890 WLS, Chicago, Illinois. High-pitch whine coming from the camera.
Within minutes of signing up, your...
And the publication is one of the first that highlights the environmental and health benefits.
It's that woman talking there, I think it was CKNX, Wingham, Ontario. 375 miles. That's a good hit. We got country music, same direction.
Normal will be, and I think people are realizing that all others we're just going to know how to live with this and take the precautions and learn from our experience. But you know, when people are really hungry for it.
It's 9:30. I think it's WKBM, Sandwich, Illinois. 51 miles away, 4,200 watts at night.
Time to learn more.
information and conditions. Equal housing
Wisconsin,
in all 50 states.
Fort Atkinson,
3030. At CDW.
WFAW.
Did we say this on?
Okay, can't really cover on music there. 1000 WMVP, Chicago, Illinois, ESPN.
Performance and support your business needs, so you're ready for anything. I'm somewhat
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
Find out more at cdw.com/APC.
I will, probably.
For small business owners, it's not business as usual. Amid the crisis...
First time, his 3-year-old daughter, who is my mother, and my mother...
1030 WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
And my mother didn't have men around.
After being ejected from a destroyed vehicle, he ran the missile into the open so soldiers could continue to occupy the position. In the process, exposing
Here's
himself to
1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Denton stood and returned fire, despite being wounded in both legs and his dominant right hand, because he had to continue fighting. Bogart returned fire, stopping only to apply medical aid to me and others.
Okay, it's Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles. WTAM.
The final moments of
804-0303. That's 888-804-0303. American Financing. America's home for home loans.
Okay, this is KFAB, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles.
Anti-Semitic Jew. It's such a strange combination.
1120, here's KMOX St Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
I just don't know. I was thinking about that interview after the fact, and
Hong Kong dollar last Friday. So some real estate agents told us, more capital could be diverted to Singapore's property market.
WBBR, Bloomberg Radio, New York, New York.
The truth, and I feel like they're not really able to hear that in the schools that they're in, and as well as
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, on 1140, 665 miles.
What are your kids' first names?
Chase, Caleb, and Carly.
With their heads down.
Sort of a president hanging in the Oval Office. From where the president sits, it's
1180 WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
The president is Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson. I'm going to have a friend of mine on in the next hour.
Like a Patreon, but a lot of glamour models went on it and are doing sexy things, but they aren't standing in for freaking their
Okay, this is probably KDMR, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Se estima que la mayoría de ellos votarían por el candidato demócrata.
Chicago. WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Okay, I'm going to go up the band pretty quickly now. Just give you an idea what it can do.
That's what he meant. He meant redistribution.
Infrastructure spending. He thought this was a grave threat to our constitutional and federalist system. And yet that's exactly what it has to do.
Or wherever you get your podcast.
Orangutans. They're beautiful.
News, weather, sports, and the music you love. AM 1370.
Okay, I think it's KDTHW Iowa, 115 miles, 5,000 watts. Pretty cool. Need to pick up the slogan. I think we're picking up Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay, we'll keep going. Okay, I think this is Chicago.
We're actually open to 9 in with some restrictions.
I broke Mr. Lewis's window.
Okay, let's go up to 1510 here.
Sharing contribution goes to help others' needs. How awesome is that? Personally,
WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
local principals and their commitment to keeping healthcare costs down.
And again, thank you.
My boyfriend can't stop drinking.
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles on 1530.
With a soft bristle brush or a brush. Follow that with a good rinse and your screens are ready to go. I'm Danny Lippert with tips for today's homeowner.
KXEL.
Bill Cunningham, and this is where Iowa comes to talk. News Talk 1540, KXEL, Waterloo, Cedar Falls, Cedar Rapids.
Okay, it's Iowa, 210 miles.
Instituting a new travel ban.
Let's go to 1610. Toronto, Ontario here, CHHA, 460 miles.
Canceled the rest of its basketball season due to the pandemic.
Almost done. We're up to 1700 here.
Radio.com. There's a lot. I'm here, glad to be rocking with you for the next 2 hours, okay? You can always contact me. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all my social media.
KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
A big shout out to my main man, Chris, who's helping run.
Sometimes I can pick up a Texas station that way. Not tonight.
From the Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loan Studios. Times it's up in Rocket Mortgage.
All right, go ahead and turn it off. There it is, the Sangean. Get on camera here. Let's do it like this. The H205 waterproof radio, shower radio. Pretty cool to pick up distance stations with just a simple shower radio. You're not going to be spinning this thing around in your shower probably. And most likely you're going to be using this mainly on FM, unless you have some strong AM locals during the day, I'm guessing, when you're taking a shower. But if you wanted like a weather alert radio, take it out with you on a camp trip or somewhere where you don't have to worry about elements. This can sit in the rain and be okay, which is nice. You can leave it out there, which is just amazing. No dust is going to get in it, no rain is going to get in it, which is really cool. As long as you don't dunk it in a pool. This would be a good poolside radio too, actually. And they have this in teal too. I'll have links down below to the radio if you're interested. It's actually a pretty cool investment. I always get excited about a waterproof radio. I think that's a really cool feature. So if you enjoyed the video, give me a big like. You guys are the best. 2, if you like Sangean radios, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future Sangean reviews and band scans. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about this particular Sangean radio on the medium wave band. I know it's a little bit of buzzing here and there. Reminded me of the DT800, a little bit of that, but it could be something to do with inductance between my camera and the sensitive radio, because it is a fairly sensitive radio. It could also be the display too, but just ever so slightly I noticed it on distant stations, local stations that disappeared. So there you are, the Sangean. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video.